Aloha, beautiful souls! This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing you that light whenever there are shadows. And in this Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are going to be looking at what is manifesting for you with the Sagittarius full moon. And so I have some options down here, and we'll get to those in just a moment, but I thought we could start off just discussing a little bit of the astrology so you have a little familiarity with the circumstances and the setting and what's kind of flowing in the airs around you, okay? So we have Sagittarius here, so let's talk a little bit about Sagittarius, okay? So Sagittarius is associated with the philosopher, with the gypsy, with the student, the trainee. Sagittarius is all about gaining knowledge and looking at the bigger picture here, all right? So Sagittarius is a very expansive energy. Sagittarius likes to ask the big question of like, why? Why are things the way they are, okay? Its opposite sign, if you will, is Gemini. And so Gemini is interested in just gathering knowledge. It just likes to know things, likes to know facts. Now, what it does with the facts, that's up for anybody's, debate and interpretation. But Sagittarius, actually, what it does is it takes all these facts, all these information, and then it creates this sort of interpretation and this worldview, and it constructs some sort of like belief system about how the world works. All right, so it looks at the bigger picture of things. In a way, it can be a little bit like Virgo, where it likes to apply the knowledge as well. But a lot of times it's in a very philosophical manner. Okay, like debating morals and ethics would be a thing that Sagittarians like to think about and like to ponder. And they love hearing different viewpoints, especially from people who come from different walks of life, different cultures. Because Sagittarius is also an energy, just like I mentioned, the gypsy, it's of travel, foreign travel, traveling to new places. Sagittarius is very adventurous, okay? It's a fire sign. It's bold, it's adventurous, has lots of energy here, okay? Likes to do things. And so that's what that expression is with Sagittarius, about that knowledge. It likes to do something with the knowledge, okay? And construct something bigger, okay? So it has a bigger and more expansive understanding of the world. And so what does this have to all do with the full moon, right? The full moon in Sagittarius, okay? So this full moon in Sagittarius is really an opportunity and a moment for all of us to think big, okay? So we've had a lot of challenging energies working with us in the past couple weeks leading up to this full moon in Sagittarius, especially on the heels of that total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. My gosh, let me know down in the comments below if you were really feeling it, you were kind of on the struggle bus like me when we were working through those energies of the total lunar eclipse. I mean, my gosh, so much things were coming up that needed to be released in order to allow for transformation and ultimately rebirth. And it was very challenging for me, and I gather it's been very challenging for a lot of people to work through a lot of those old issues and pains and traumas and limitations. So Sagittarius is giving us that opportunity now. We got all this information, we got all this knowledge. How can we take it to the next level? All right? How can we step away from limitations? Why? Because the planet that rules Sagittarius is Jupiter, okay? And Jupiter is such a large planet in our solar system. So it is larger than life. It is big, explosive energy. And it's actually, Jupiter also has a very sort of benevolent energy about it, okay? It's very optimistic, it's very hopeful, and it passes on those energies to Sagittarius. So, one of my favorite sayings here on this channel, and comment this down below so you affirm it, is what's the best that can happen? Okay, so many of us were programmed and taught the phrase, well, what's the worst that can happen? Let's just go for it. So let's flip that around and and access the higher vibrational frequencies of the meaning behind that phrase. So let's start saying, what's the best that can happen? Okay? And now is the perfect time to really get a little bit of clarity on that, whatever that is for you. What's the best that can happen? So out of all the things that you were working with before, with that total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and all of that stuff you were working with before that you had to release and let go of, that was super challenging, was quite the trial and tribulation. Now what? What is the best that can happen? And Sagittarius working, with Jupiter here is going to help clarify that a bit for all of us here, okay? So go beyond the mind, go beyond any limitations and old belief systems that you had about how the world works and your place in the world and what you're capable of achieving and accomplishing. Go beyond that. Get a bigger view here, okay? And look at all the different possibilities and opportunities that could arise from taking some kind of action and then picking the one that you like the best, because that's the best that can happen, and kind of reverse engineering in a way and thinking about how you can make that best outcome come to life. All right. Now, Jupiter is also about having a little bit of luck, a little bit of faith, a bit of trust into the mix here. Okay. So as you move forward, as you start to take actions towards your goals, really connect with that faith and that belief system that you will achieve it as well. All right. And then, let's just celebrate this new reality that you created here. So that's some of the energies of the Sagittarius full moon. And I should have mentioned this earlier, but for those of you that are curious, it is happening on June 14th at 4:51 a.m. Pacific time. So that's Los Angeles, west coast of the US. So you'll have to adjust for your local time zone. But that is when the full moon is exact in Sagittarius, is June 14th at 4:51 a.m. Pacific time, and it's going to be in 23 degrees of Sagittarius. For those of you that have access to your birth chart, you can use that information to see how it will interact with your planetary alignment in your natal chart. Okay, so look at these options. Here we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So we got a double whammy of Sagittarius energy with that card. And we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. And last, we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. All right, so take a look and see which one of these three Moonology cards has a message for you on what you're manifesting with this full moon in Sagittarius. And go to your reading by clicking the appropriate timestamp below in the description box, and I'll see you there, loves. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading, and we are calling upon the energies of the full moon in Sagittarius to give us some insight and some ideas on what we are manifesting, okay? So let me know, for those of you that were drawn to this first card here, luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear from you, and let's get into your reading. So what's so interesting about your choice is that you were drawn to this new moon in Sagittarius while we have this full moon in Sagittarius. And so what Spirit is really showing me is that there's this conjunction, there's this colliding of your worlds. It's this the old world, your old reality, and your new world and your new reality. And so it's there's this coming together that's happening. And what I'm seeing is that for some of you, it's this bridge is being formed here, and everything is starting to make sense. All right, as to maybe the why and the how of what's going on here. And so for those of you that were really feeling confused and feeling quite lost, what's coming through for you with this full moon in Sagittarius is pure clarity here, okay? And transformation, legit soul level transformation, because again, new moon in Sagittarius and full moon in Sagittarius. So you're going to start seeing results. is what I'm hearing. So, some things that get planted with the new moon energy in the past few months, with this full moon in Sagittarius, you're finally going to start seeing some results. All right, so think of some of the intentions that maybe you planted in the new moon so far this year. Maybe for some of you who are new to working with the lunar cycle, think about some of the intentions that you set or your resolutions that you set at the new year on January 1st, right? That's a very common practice, is setting these New Year's resolutions and New Year's intentions. So think back on those things, because here with the full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to start seeing those results. All right. Now, a word of caution, my loves. So, if you have been taking some consistent and steady action towards these resolutions and these new moon intentions, you will be rewarded, right? And for those of you that have maybe forgotten about it, or have been putting it off and procrastinating, or going a little bit half-assed on it, I'm not judging you. I've been there and done that myself. You're also going to see it reflected. All right. So you're going to see what not really giving it your all yields you. All right. And you're going to take that. So maybe some of you are feeling, oh, that sucks, kind of energy and mindset. But no, I wouldn't look at it that way. Okay. Again, what's the best that can happen? So here you're going to start to learn. Okay, you're going to start to understand what your efforts can give you. So if you've only been giving 25%, you'll have an idea of what 25% of the result looks like. Okay, and what's so great is like, hey, maybe you're not going to be able to give 100% in the next month or so, and that's okay. But what if you give 50%? Right? So then one outcome is that your results double, right? And that will give you some hope. That will give you some motivation, okay? So, just to kind of put it simply here, it's like if I put $1 worth of energy in there and I get, 25% back kind of thing, then I get $1.25. So you still gain something. You gain 25 cents, right? But what happens if you do 50? Then, you'll get 50 cents. And that's also quite nice, right? If you give a little bit more, you get a little bit more. And who knows, again, what's the best that can happen? So maybe if you give 50%, instead of the graph looking kind of linear, you get double. So if you give 50% more energy, you get $2. Like, whoa, that's insane, right? And so that's just, maybe a little odd kind of example to give you, but really what you're getting is a reference point. Okay, so even if you're not getting everything you really want, you're getting some sort of reference point. So that is going to be your new jumping off point. Okay, so if your goal is over here and you've only made it up to this point right here, this is your new reference point. So you can see everything that transpired from here to here, and you can start from this spot to get here with new knowledge, new information, new skills, new understanding. All right. So there's, with this fire energy of Sagittarius, there's this illumination here. Again, that clarity. What are you seeing? What are you gaining? How do you get there? The pieces will start to fall together and make sense. All right. Wow, I was really getting a lot of downloads with your first card here, and we still got a few more cards to pull out. Okay, so let's pull from this my newest little astrology deck here. I'm so excited to be using it again. Okay, so let's see what kind of elements are also working for you, my new moon in Sagittarius crew. We have Libra, balance. Okay, yes. So balancing all of these energies, balancing your thoughts, balancing your knowledge with the actions that you're taking, things like that. Fourth house, home. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So luck is on your side. So what I'm sensing for many of you here is that perhaps some of the energy that you've had to work with is surrounding house, home, family even, okay? And those kinds of connections that are a little bit deeper than just like, a coworker. Okay, so you can think of like your work home, your work crew, like who are the people you connect with the most at work or within your community or your club or your organization. So, not just family necessarily, is what I'm sensing here for you. So, for any of you that were feeling that that energy was a bit chaotic, okay, and it was maybe even distracting you from your other goals, maybe it was just causing you so much stress so you couldn't really be at your best, that energy is coming into balance. All right. So it really helps us move forward with our personal journey if there's a little less chaos in other parts of our life, right? If there's less fires that we need to put out, less problems we need to solve in other areas of our life. So, what's so great here is that things will kind of settle down in home energy here, family energy. So that you can see things a little bit more clearly for your own personal path moving forward. Okay, so balance is coming into play. Libra is also ruled by Venus. So, what I'm hearing from Spirit is there's going to be a lot more love in the picture here. Okay, love, compassion, understanding, and positive connections, like a camaraderie kind of thing, bonding kind of energy here coming through. So that's really beautiful to hear for all of you. I was called to work with this Dragon Tarot. It's been so dormant for like the longest time. And it's wanted to be a part of a couple readings this week that I've been recording. And how appropriate, though, right? Because dragons, classically, they're known to blow out fire, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So it is what it is. Let's get some more insight on what you're manifesting here, okay? So we have Seven of Swords, the Chariot. Oh, gosh. Yes, I love this. Justice. Oh, how appropriate. Justice is actually the card for Libra. It's the representation of Libra in the major arcana. The High Priestess. Ooh. And Nine of Swords. Okay, so it's interesting that we have these three major arcana cards. So something big is happening for you that we're drawn to this first pile with the full moon in Sagittarius. We have these three major arcana cards flanked by swords energy, okay? And so what I'm seeing here is that your mind and your ideas and thoughts have been working against you. But with this major arcana here, you're going to move up and elevate. So it's like you can't go this way and you can't go that way, right? So you can't make a lateral move. And so what Spirit is opening up for you with this full moon in Sagittarius is you're making a vertical move. You're ascending. Like, how sick is that? So awesome. I love that. Okay, so what are these things that were previously blocking you, which now are going to be cleared out of the way, that are no longer going to be obstacles? Okay, so you're manifesting a way out of this situation, this higher viewpoint, this higher perspective. So fear, worry, doubt. Okay, and this is the fear and worry and doubt that's associated with the things that you can't see. Okay, you know how when someone gives you an idea or you're like brainstorming and some people were like, oh, I can't see that happening. I don't see that working. I'm not following that vision there. Like, I don't get it. That doesn't make sense, right? So it's that fear and worry and doubt that comes with that sort of process, right? Where it's like, I can't see it now. And meaning you don't believe it can happen. So we're moving beyond that. You're going to start to see that, hey, it can happen. It's totally doable. You could do this. It's going to work out. Like, you can see that now. And here with the Seven of Swords, what's happening here with this is there's this energy of like sneakiness, okay? This energy of like, something is working against me, okay? What I'm hearing from Spirit is like there were instances where you were creating enemies, that didn't really exist, right? And for some of you, it could be like you actually put a face to it, like your boss, for example, or this family member that has this like toxic personality. Like you kind of thought that like, oh, this is my adversary, this is my enemy, that is, you know, the bane of my existence. That's the person I'm constantly in conflict and fighting with or against, right? And what I'm seeing here is that really a bit of a deception. It's sort of a story that you've told yourself to keep you where you are, okay? And really that's going to be lifted. It's like, because, you know, where focus goes, energy flows and results show. So if you keep looking at this person saying, oh, you keep blocking my way, you keep making things worse for me, you keep causing me problems, if you keep putting that out there towards somebody, yo, what's going to happen? You're going to keep getting that back. So if you tell someone you are like such a hindrance for me, that person, their energy is like, yeah, I am a hindrance for you. So let me keep being a hindrance for you, right? They're going to keep acting that way. They're going to keep doing that thing. And so once you start to look at people in a way where it's like, hey, yeah, you definitely bring some conflict and some difficulties into my life, but I am above that. I am beyond that. Those have no power or control over me because my faith in myself, my faith in my dream and my wishes is so much stronger than your, you know, contrary energy, than your oppressive energy, than your hurtful, spiteful energy, or whatever the case may be for you. Okay, so it's this realization here that the fears and doubts that you have and the deception and these enemies that you have, those are all just parts of your imagination. And you can imagine something better. Okay, does that make sense, my loves? So it's a mindset thing. It's a perspective thing. It's like shifting that, okay? And again, we're talking about that bridge between the new moon and the full moon. It's like now bridging your energies and your focus towards what it is you actually want. Okay, now here we already talked about the justice and balance, all right? So things are going to start working out in the favor of what's right and what's good and what's moral and ethical here, okay? And it's gonna move pretty fast. That's what I'm getting here with the Chariot, okay? This energy is like skyrocketing you towards your goal. So if you felt like things were so sluggish and you felt trapped and you felt stuck in a lot of these energies that were brought up in the days and weeks leading up to this full moon, afterward, it's going to be this very clear and path forward. And because it is clear, because you're manifesting this clarity on what you need to do, then the speed at which you're going to get from point A to point B is going to be so fast. Okay, the Chariot is about speed. It's about getting places. Okay, it's about moving locations, whether physically, energetically, mentally, or abstractly, right? Whatever it is, you're moving, you're getting places faster. So the speed is coming through for you, all right? And here we have, last but not least, of course, the High Priestess card here. And so what I'm hearing from the High Priestess is not only will you be getting like practical steps on connecting you to your dream and your goals, but you're going to get these flashes of insight and these downloads, okay? Sagittarius really is about connecting with your higher self, higher powers, with maybe God, for those of you that believe that, with Source. And through that connection, you're going to get these strokes of insight, these aha moments, these brilliant ideas that sort of just come to you seemingly out of nowhere, okay? It's like those like brilliant ideas that you get while you're just absent-mindedly driving home from work, or while you're taking a shower or preparing dinner. It's just like you weren't even thinking about that, but bam, this wonderful idea comes to you, okay? So that's what's coming through. I see just so much clarity coming through for all of you, and so much more balance and peace not only in your mind, but in the energies around you. So you can really get focused now on what it is that you're wanting in life. All right? Okay, let's get this final crystal card out for you, my loves, and we're going to see what is crystallizing for you, what is coming into the 3D world here with this full moon in Sagittarius. So you, oh, flippity flip flip. You got turquoise. Prioritize your health. So for those of you that definitely, when you are feeling emotional distress, you know, from your environment, whether that's work or home environment here, or discord within your surroundings, you can really start to feel it, right? You feel less motivated, you feel sick, you feel nauseous. Some people even start to develop rashes or feel like they have a sore throat or stuffy nose, right? So all of those things are going to start to be relieved, okay? Your health is going to be improving here. Oh, I love it. So let me know what you thought of your reading, my dears. Like and comment down below. And of course, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on these fun readings here. You can go to another reading by clicking this link in the top right corner. And those of you that want to go even deeper and really want to get practical steps and practical knowledge and meditations and practices to actually manifest your goals and dreams and get to wherever it is you're trying to get to, I encourage you to connect with me. There's a link down in the description box below to book a discovery call with me so I can find out what it is that you need the most help with and how I can help you personally, all right? And then we can see if we can work together, because I have a wealth of knowledge that I'd love to share with people to help them align with their highest version of themselves. So law of attraction, inner child healing, past life regression, mindset, meditation practices, all of those things I'd love to pass on to you so you can make the most out of it and get to where you want to be in life. So connect with me, book that one-to-one discovery call, and I'll talk to you soon. But until then, sending everyone so much love and cosmic hugs. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Orion. And today we are looking at what is coming through for you with the full moon in Sagittarius, what is manifesting. All right, my loves. So let me know who you are. Those of you that chose, your commitment is being tested with the first quarter moon. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and let's get into your reading. All right. So this card right here actually has a very, very interesting energy to it, okay? So what I'm sensing here that's manifesting with this full moon in Sagittarius is some sort of trial, some sort of test, okay? A bit of a bump in the road, if you will, okay? So this is probably particularly directed to a lot of you that have been a little bit more committed and taking action towards your goals more so than others that you've set with the new moon so far this year, or that you've set as part of your New Year's resolution. So there's going to be a bit of a test here that's going to come up to see just how much you've learned, just how much you've grown and adapted to your new reality, your new situation. And, you know, it might seem like kind of annoying and kind of lame that this test and trial or tribulation is coming up, but really, it's what comes after that is going to be the real prize here, okay? So let me explain to you what I mean by that, okay? So, you know, recently I've been having some issues with electronic devices, okay? And there was something I was trying to sell online, and every time I kept posting it up, and you know, I think the Mercury retrograde kind of exaggerated this effect, right? Because Mercury in retrograde, sometimes technology doesn't work the way we want it to. So let me get back to my story though. That was just a little aside. So there was something I was trying to sell online, and every time I kept trying to blah, 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 blah. Wow, I was literally stuttering there, guys. Every time I kept trying to post it online, like the website kept crashing, or it wasn't processing, or it was like timing out, or I don't know, the Wi-Fi wasn't strong, whatever the case may be, it wasn't working, okay? and I was posting it at a certain price point. All right. And what ended up happening is I got so frustrated and I was like, my gosh, I just need to sell this thing. And so I wasn't able to do it. And so I just like, let me just take a step away from my computer. Like, obviously, this isn't gonna happen right now. So let me just distract myself. There's something else I'm clearly being called to be doing right now. My energy and focus needs to be going somewhere else. So I stepped away from that. Obviously, I was still kind of irritated that I couldn't post this thing and sell it. And then a few days later, I was finally able to sell it. Like everything worked out fine. But what was so interesting is I was actually able to sell it at a higher price point because of the circumstances, because of the demand, that type of thing, okay? And so, if I was able to get all the technology to work earlier, then I would have made less of a profit and less money from selling this item, okay? But since I waited a few days, the value of my item actually went up and I was able to sell it at even a higher price point, at a higher value point. And so that's what I'm feeling here for all of you, is that you're going to experience this roadblock because in a way the universe is asking you, are you sure you want to do that? Or maybe there's a better time for you to be doing this thing. Or maybe there's a better way for you to be doing this thing, okay? And this better time or this better way and strategy of doing something would never have been realized if you weren't put up with this obstacle, okay? It's kind of like, the check engine light in your car. It's like this warning bell that's saying, hey, something is a little bit off in your vehicle. It's not a big problem yet, but there is something a bit off in the vehicle. So why don't you do a little checkup on it and see what's going on, and let's address the problem before it becomes an even bigger problem, okay? And you're going to learn something about it along the way, okay? Maybe like you heard a weird noise and the check engine light came on and it was like, okay, well, I only heard that noise a couple of times, but because the check engine light came on, let me go figure out what's going on, all right? And so now you're going to know next time you hear that noise, like what that actually means, and you can jump on it. Or better yet, you'll know how to prevent that noise from ever coming back again, all right? So that's what's happening here with this full moon in Sagittarius for you. I hope that was a little bit clearer now. Is something is going to come up that's going to put a little bit of a kink, a little bit of a delay in your plans moving forward, but you're going to be so grateful that that happened because it's going to help you avoid an even bigger disaster. And it's going to help point out ways in which you can improve the situation for next time. All right, that's pretty cool. And I think it's a very underrated sort of situation, and one that most people don't tend to appreciate, okay? So let's see what else is cooking here with the astrology for you. Wow, I am like not doing very well with this shuffling business today, guys. So apologies for that. Okay, let's get one more card out. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So this one that kind of was trying to shimmy on out. We have second house resources. Oh my God. We were just talking about that with my story on this thing I was trying to sell. Resources like ka-ching, ka-chings, that money, or even physical resources like food, shelter, clothing, okay? And clarify. Ooh, okay, what I'm getting here is definitely what's coming and what's manifesting for you is like you're gonna get better clarity on how you actually want to use your time, your resources, your money. Okay, there's going to be clarity on that. And what I'm seeing for many of you is you're going to start to realize a better, more efficient, and more simpler way to do things. Okay, it's like you got this problem that really annoyed you, and now you're like, hey, I need efficiency. I need a simpler way to do this because this was just a complicated mess right over here. And I ain't got no time. I ain't got no money for this kind of nonsense. I don't have the energy for that. So I need to know how to do this better, to do this easier, okay? It's making me think of like Rachel Ray, like keep it simple is one of the things that I know her for. I don't even know where she is these days. I knew she used to have like a talk show, like a daytime talk show. But anyways, What I'm getting here is, this problem, this trial, this tribulation is going to help set you up to make things so much more easier in your life. And maybe what I'm hearing is it's going to save you time. It's going to save you resources. It's going to save you money in the future. All right. You know what else I'm thinking about, guys? It's like that app that I keep seeing advertisements for me anyway, on YouTube, is that Truebill thing, where it's like, things are on autopilot in the background, and then Truebill comes in and says, hey, by the way, did you know you're spending this much money every month on this subscription that you never really even use? And then, bam, you can cancel that subscription and save yourself some money, all right? And so that's the essence of what's happening for you here with this full moon, is you're gonna come out of it knowing ways to save time, energy, money, resources, while still getting what you want, okay? And getting that outcome that you're seeking. Oh my gosh, and it's just gonna save you so much drama and like pain and heartache in the future, okay? Interesting. I'm getting for some of you as well who are single and have been wanting to date and meet your match and your partner. It's like something's gonna happen that's gonna give you this aha moment, this higher level of thinking and expansion beyond what you understand on how to attract a good match for you, okay? It's like maybe there's something that you're writing down in your profile or a picture you're posting that is like not working right, and you're gonna find a better picture to represent yourself so that you can attract the right type of person towards you. Or maybe you're going to be made aware of like certain words that you say in your profile that maybe give the wrong impression of what you're looking for. And so you can go back in and correct that phrasing or that wording so that people don't misinterpret it, and you can stop attracting, the wrong kind of person to you. Oh, very interesting. I wasn't anticipating that to come through, but we got it. So thank you, universe. Okay, we have 9 of Swords here, the Chariot, 7 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune. Wow. What a collection here, okay? So, definitely what I'm seeing here for many of you is new knowledge coming in, new awareness of maybe some problems or some kinks in the system that you got going, and that's going to apply differently for many of you, right? You're going to be made aware of that, and you're going to be able to move forward to a lot of an easier situation, okay? It's like you're definitely, I'm feeling what's manifesting for you is a way to make things easier and less stressful for you, okay? So knowledge is coming in, some information is coming in that's going to help you tap into that, all right? What I'm hearing as well is, this came out for another reading. Again, super duper fast energy here, okay? And for some of you, this might even involve moving, okay? Moving locations, moving jobs, moving homes, moving to another country even, like whatever that is, there's some kind of movement, moving to a different department, okay? So your commitment is being tested. It's like, hey, so this house that I'm living in, I thought it was going to be my dream home. I thought everything's working great, but there's something off about this house, and I keep finding these problems I need to fix and address with the house. So now it's becoming this money pit, this black hole of money that I keep putting money into this house, and it's becoming more hassle than it's worth. Or this job, it's like I keep finding these issues with my job, and it seems like it's really, I'm not cut out for this. This isn't a good match because the ideologies, the processes, the protocols, their way of doing things is really not working for me, okay? So it's like these realizations here, these moments of clarity where you're like, hey, this thing isn't working, and now I know why, okay? That's what's coming through. Something isn't working, now I know why, okay? What else we got here? So we have Wheel of Fortune. This is beautiful. So this is really bringing that lucky energy. So, you know, Sagittarius and Jupiter is notorious for being the bringing that energy of luck and good fortune. Okay, so one of the things that I hear Spirit saying is you're gonna be like, thank goodness I found this out now so I can avoid even more heartache and pain and drama. Or, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky that that happened when it did, because oh my gosh, if that didn't happen, can you imagine where I would be right now if I didn't let that go, or if I didn't leave, right? So that's what's coming through. You're gonna be like so grateful and so thankful once you realize what this problem truly is, okay? And what it truly represents for you. And definitely there's a little bit of fear, there's a little bit of worry and a little bit of anxiety that's coming through, but don't worry, that's like super minor. The energy in this card is actually not very strong out of this reading, like as you kind of feel into it. This is gonna be sort of like an afterthought. It's like all the worries and anxieties and fears are gonna be released. It's like a given. It's like that's definitely gonna happen, so don't even worry about it. And here with this Seven of Cups, actually, what I'm seeing is, again, you're going to see things for what they really, truly are. All right. Here with the Seven of Cups, I'm feeling like there's a lot of wishful thinking that's been happening here. Okay, where you're maybe what I'm getting now, wow, okay, wow, now this is so clear. What I'm getting here with this as the Seven of Cups is like communicating, if that makes sense, and working with this first quarter moon card, what I'm hearing is that it's almost like, oh my gosh, is this really all that it's cracked out to be here? That's what I'm really hearing. It's kind of like you were like dreaming about this, and you were sort of so fixated on the potential of what this thing could be, and you didn't want to let it go. It's like you were trying so hard to see the best in the situation, and that's not saying that that's bad or anything like that, because also, in case you didn't know, Jupiter and Sagittarius embody the energies of optimism. Okay, and so with the Seven of Coins here, it's like you're so optimistic, you were really hoping for the best, and you were really trying to hang in there, and then something is gonna happen, and it's gonna be like, hey, this is the final straw. Like, I cannot tolerate this anymore, and I was getting some feelings of doubt here about this situation that I find myself in, and now I think you pushed a little bit too far on that. Like, this is the straw that breaks the camel's back here, okay? And so that's what's gonna come through, all right? It's like you tried long enough, you worked hard enough, and this thing isn't working out, so it's time to switch gears, okay? And for some of you, it might be a bit dramatic of a move, right? And for others of you, it could be something small, okay? It's kind of like that squeaky door, right? It's like, you let that squeaky door, before you oil it up, before you tighten the bolts or whatever, you let that squeaky door go for like days, months, weeks, years, and now all of a sudden the squeaky door, it's starting to rattle around, move around on the hinges. So it's like warning you that, okay, if you don't address this squeakiness, this door is literally about to fall off the hinges and fall flat, right? You're literally about to not have a door attached here to the wall. And so it's kind of like that energy where you're like, okay, well, now I really gotta start doing something about this, really gotta change something up here, because it's definitely not working and it's not gonna fix itself, kind of thing. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, good, good, good. So we're getting some of that clarity here. We're gonna stop wasting our energy, we're gonna stop wasting our time, wasting our money, and we're going to get back on track here, is really what it is. Getting back on track and taking these little or big steps, depending on your situation, to get you to your goal. Okay, so let's see what is crystallizing here for you with the full moon in Sagittarius. With our lovely crystal card. So this one is coming out. Ooh, Lemurian quartz. This is legit one of my favorite crystals, y'all. I have a Lemurian quartz. Maybe you've seen my little family here, my crew here in one of the other readings has a crystal that was laid out. But okay, let me stop gushing over Lemurian quartz, right? So here it says practice patience, okay? So this test, this trial, this tribulation, Spirit is saying, hey, don't fly off the handle here. Don't like explode and start yelling in this fit of anger, okay? Practice a little bit of patience. This obstacle is not going to be a very quick fix. It's going to take a little bit of time here to address and work through, all right? But you will get there. So just take those calming breaths for sure. Close your eyes, deep breaths. Maybe take a 5-minute break here to walk around, pace, do some jumping jacks, and get that anger, frustration energy out of you. Then dive right back in, okay? Because it will be solved here and things will be a lot easier moving forward. Trust and believe in that, all right? So my loves, let me know what you thought of your reading. Like and comment down below, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you turn the notifications on so you don't miss out on a reading. You can go to another reading by clicking this link right up here in the top right corner. And for those of you that want to go even deeper than this tarot reading, you really need some help and guidance on what all of this means and those practical steps that you can take personally in your life, then I invite you to schedule a discovery call with me, okay? There's a link in my description box down below to book a discovery call with me where you can share with me what your goals are, what your wishes, what your dreams are, and I can find ways to assist you in achieving them, all right? So a lot of my knowledge comes from, of course, life experience, and additionally, law of attraction. I've been trained as a law of attraction coach on how to manifest things, how to get that mindset right, that energy right, to get what you finally truly deserve and want in life. I've also been certified to do past life regressions, to look at the deep inner trauma and wounds that are blocking you from reaching your true potential and your goals. So let's see what I have available to help you along your path, because that's what I'm here to do, is help people align with their highest and greatest version of themselves and bring it to reality. So I look forward to connecting with you, my loves, to see how I can assist you on your transformational journey moving forward. Until next time, though, I'm sending everyone so much love and cosmic hugs. Have a very beautiful day and happy full moon. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And today we are looking at what the full moon in Sagittarius is bringing for you. What is manifesting with this full moon energy here? So for those of you drawn to the third card here, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Let me know who you are down in the comments below. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And let's get into your reading, shall we? So what's so amazing about what you chose here is you have also a full moon card. So we have these two full moon energies working together here, okay? So the Cancer energy is water energy. It's very home, loving, nurturing kind of energy coming through. And the Sagittarius, that full moon in Sagittarius, is this very optimistic, lucky, can-do attitude, action-taking sort of energy coming through. So we're blending this together is what I'm seeing for you, my loves. We're blending the heart with taking action and optimism and faith. Okay, so we're bringing that together to reach this amazing conclusion, this amazing resolution, all right? So this is a personal issue. So whatever you have been struggling with, it's finally going to be resolved, okay? And there's going to be a lot of love, a lot of faith, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness with this solution, okay? And what I'm hearing is that things are actually going to work out a lot better than you could ever have hoped or expected it to. All right. And that's one of the blessings of Sagittarius and Jupiter, is things working out a lot better than we thought it could. So thankfully, this energy, this dilemma, this problem is not going to be a dilemma or a problem for very much longer at all. Okay. So something beautiful is coming in for you. And what I'm getting to is again, it's something that you weren't expecting. So there's an outside force coming in to lend some energy, lend some help, whether that's a friend, a family member, an acquaintance, a teacher, a guru, a mentor, a pastor, a coach, whatever. So They are going to help you connect with that solution to your problems. Oh, so I'm feeling it's like so much relief for you as well. That's so beautiful. I love that. Okay. Um, I'm sure many of you are like, can't wait and are feeling so thankful. Like, oh my gosh, yes, this personal issue has been driving me bananas and I'm so tired of it. Well, good news. It's going to be out of your hair soon enough. So let's get some more astrology out here with my new astrology deck that I'm loving working with. Let's see what other energies are coming from the cosmos. Hearth. Oh my gosh. Were we not just talking about home? Because Cancer is all about the home. And Vesta is all about the hearth and home energy. So very warm energy. What I'm feeling already with this is this reestablishing safety and security in your life, okay, and peace. So we also have Pallas Athena, think. All right, so new ideas is what I'm hearing here. And okay, so yes, very, very clear now. So what I'm getting is the Pallas Athena is wickedly smart. Okay, like super duper smart, super duper insightful, intelligent. Pallas Athena is actually an amazing problem solver. Okay, and Pallas Athena will help bring to your awareness solutions and tools and methods that you were not aware of, that you just didn't know existed. And you're going to be able to use that to help resolve this issue here, okay? And so it's kind of like someone showing you how to use a tool or an instrument, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that thing existed, and now it's going to be so much easier for me to, I don't know, chop my vegetables, or clean my dishes, or water my plants, or whatever, right? Or build my website. So Pallas Athena is bringing in that energy for you, okay, of new ideas, new ways of doing things to make everything better so that there are no more problems or less problems that you have to deal with, okay? And what I'm sensing for the majority of you, because this is Pallas Athena working with Vesta, is this is very much about your personal journey, your personal struggles, your personal challenges, right? Like maybe one of your issues is you are having problems with your diet, okay? Or you're having issues sticking to your exercise routine, or you're having problems breaking an unhealthy habit or pattern, or you're having problems in a relationship, whether it's with your spouse, your significant other, your parents, or your kids, right? Because it's this hearth energy. So it's house and home is the highlight here. And the house and home is where you should be feeling the most safe, the most secure, where you should be feeling in your power. So all those things that relate to it. So again, personal issue could even be confidence, self-worth, understanding your true purpose in life, those types of things. So someone is coming in to assist you with that. You're manifesting this help here, all right? Beautiful. Oh my God, I love that. Sorry if the camera keeps shaking. I'm just kind of excited for you guys. Jeez. So let's get some tarot here. We're going to use the Dragon Tarot here. The Dragon Tarot has been so dormant in the past couple of years, but in the past week, it's been wanting to really come out and be a part of the readings. But how appropriate though, right? Because what are dragons known for? They're known for spitting out fire, and Sagittarius is a fire sign, and this is a reading all about the full moon in Sagittarius. So I guess it all aligns quite brilliantly, yes? Okay, I feel like this break is here for a reason, so we're gonna honor that. And that was the Eight of Swords. Beautiful. And then we have, oh, I don't know why I reflipped that. Seven of Cups. Four of Wands. Ooh, the World. Dang. And Queen of Wands. Wow, wow. So something super duper expansive coming in. But again, the world is the last card of the major arcana. And so, how appropriate that we're all talking about resolving this issue here. So, that is what the world will do: resolve any problems, tie up any loose ends, put the finishing touches on something, right? And then it is all complete. It is all done, over and done with, okay? That is what the world energy is bringing through. So let's see what else we got cooking here with your cards. Um, so with this Eight of Swords, do you see how this dragon has a blindfold on? So that's what we were talking about right here, okay? The tarot is confirming that for us, that the blindfold is going to be removed from you and you're going to see a brand new way of doing things that's effective, that's efficient, and that's easier. And you're going to be so thankful for it. And you're no longer going to be trapped in this endless loop, this cycle of repeating this thing over and over and over and like racking your brain over it. Like all of that is going to go away. Things are going to be so much clearer to you now. You don't have to ruminate on this personal issue any longer. Like the solution is coming. And we have, what is calling to me next? This Four of Wands. This Four of Wands. What I'm seeing with this Four of Wands here is some relief coming in. Okay, because what I'm seeing here is there's these palm trees in the background of this desert. So it's making me think of like an oasis. And so it's like you've been thirsting for relief. You've been thirsting for a solution that not only where it's like an end to the problem, but it's a favorable outcome for you, one that works for you, that doesn't take up any more energy, any more time, any more space, because this is the desert. It's like you have nothing left to give. Like you've tried it, everything. You've thought of everything you possibly could to solve this, and you're just tapped dry, okay? And so this oasis is gonna be revealed to you now, where it's like, oh my gosh, finally I can like clean this up, I can cleanse, I can release, I can relax, and you'll have a reason to celebrate, because the Four of Wands is all about celebration. So you are going to be celebrating the conclusion of this issue really, really soon here. And with this obelisk pointing upward to the sky here, what I'm hearing is you're manifesting this. You're manifesting this way out, whether that's, again, like some kind of solution to this issue, or it's a person that's gonna help you with the solution or help you solve this, or even just do it for you, okay? So you're manifesting it. You've been calling it in and it's finally arriving. Here, I'm called to talk about this Queen of Wands next, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about the persona of the Queen of Wands. In some cases, yes, it could be someone who identifies as female or is female-bodied, so a woman, a girl, right? But in other cases too, it can be someone who really embodies the divine feminine energy of nourishing, nurturing, creating something for you. This is often a person who's also very intuitive, okay? Because they're really connected to spirit. The Queen of Wands is a little bit more intuitive in the sense of like connecting with emotions and trusting those gut feelings, those gut instincts. But with the Queen of Wands, there's something about like divine inspiration, divine calling, divine downloads that comes through with the Queen of Wands as a little bit of a distinction between the intuitive natures of them, okay? Obviously, the Queen of Wands, it could be a fire sign, right? Wands is fire energy, so it could be a person who's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Queen of Wands is also often an older person, so someone in their 40s or older. That is coming in. That's who they represent. Now, Queen of Wands is a very charismatic individual as well. They're very passionate. They're very creative. They are definitely someone that you wouldn't miss. they stand out, okay? Whether it's in their looks, whether it's in their appearance, whether they just have a larger than life personality, right? And you just really like, they catch your eye, they draw your attention. So magnetic, charismatic, they have a lot of energy, right? They have a lot of energy. They like to keep busy. They like to do things. They don't sit still for very long. So that's the kind of personality and traits of a Queen of Wands. So take whatever resonates with you, okay, out of that description, and then you can just discard the rest. It's not really relevant for your case then, all right? So this person is coming in to your life. Maybe you've even met them or you're aware of them already, but now it's about connecting with them, really, okay? Connecting with them, asking them for help maybe might be something you need to do. So sending them a message, sending them a DM, letting them know, hey, I remember you work with people to do this, or you can help people with this problem. Are you able to help me? Okay, so it might be a matter of doing that even on your end. So that is Queen of Wands energy that's coming through for you. And here we have this Seven of Cups here, okay? Now, so I'm feeling that there's this bond here with the Seven of Cups and Cancer, because Cancer is a water sign. So it's like they're communicating here, all right? And what I'm getting from this is just a lot of confusion. So you've been feeling so confused lately on what to do because, again, you're kind of at your wit's end here. And you're like, I don't know what else to do. I feel like I've tried everything I possibly could and it's just not coming together. It's not happening. Like you tried all these different options and strategies and ways, and it's just been leaving you confused, leaving you stuck. There hasn't been a lot of movement here. But then this lightning is coming through, and it's like just all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, there's the answer. Okay, like you connected, it's manifested in a blink of an eye. This person for some of you, this solution, a way out, has come to you. And thankfully, that energy now of confusion is leaving. There's a lot of clarity here, a lot of illumination, all right? So we see this progression from left to right. We have this blindfold here with the swords energy. So your mind has just been feeling lost. The cups here with emotional energy. Your emotions have been all over the place. And you've been feeling all sorts of ways about what's been happening. And then we get into the wands and we get into the hearth here with this Vesta energy, okay? Clarity, balance, right? These images look very balanced. They look very clear. There's this torch that's being lighted here. We have this sun. So it's like everything is just gonna click into place here, and it's gonna make so much sense, going to be so effortless. It's going to bring back the joy and the happiness into your life here. And you're going to start to feel centered, because here we have this hearth in the center of this circle, in the center of the clouds, in the center of the cosmos. So everything is going to feel right again with the world, okay? Everything is going to come together here for you. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And, what I'm hearing is, I normally don't pay attention to this part here on the world card, but these are all fixed signs. This is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and, why am I blanking here? Water? Oh my gosh, Leo. Hello. So fixed signs. These are all, so what this is telling me is your problem is going to be fixed. It's going to be fixed. Don't worry about it. And it's not, again, for many of you, it's not, you don't have to do this on your own. Help is on the way, okay? Because you did everything you could. You made a good effort of it, and now it's time for you to experience some relief and some aid, okay? Oh, beautiful. That makes so much sense now. Really, really, I love it. I love it. Okay, so the messages have been quite unified and quite clear throughout your entire reading. So let's see what is crystallizing here for you with your manifestation here with the full moon in Sagittarius with our lovely crystal cards. And we have Aventurine, create your own luck. There you go. You're manifesting it. So your prayers are being answered here, finally, with this full moon in Sagittarius. So congratulations. Finally, you're getting that help and that aid. I'm so happy for you. Let me know what you think by liking and commenting down below. And of course, subscribe to this channel, my love, so you don't miss out on any future readings. Make sure you turn that notification on, okay? And then to go to your next reading, you can click a link right here to do that. Now, I definitely want to encourage all of you that have been struggling. Maybe for some of you, I am this Queen of Wands, Pallas Athena energy coming in, because I do transformational coaching, and I love and thoroughly enjoy. I feel like it's my calling to pass on the wisdom and knowledge I've gained from, you know, my studies as a law of attraction coach, my certification as a past life regressionist, as a tarot reader, as a mentor, a guide. You know, I used to even teach people medicine when I was working as a physician assistant. So I want to continue to do that and be of service to the beautiful souls and people here in this community. So book a discovery call with me, all right? It's time to stop playing around. It's time to get things done. So book that discovery call with me. Let's talk. Let's see what issue you've been struggling with for too long, it seems, and how I can help you resolve it, okay? So the link to book that one-to-one discovery call with me is in the description box down below. I cannot wait to chat with you and connect with you and finally make your life a little bit better or a lot better. We'll see how it goes, and to relieve some of the stress and struggles you've been going through. So with that in mind, regardless, I want to send you all so much love and cosmic hug until we connect yet again here on Transform with Ryan. Happy full moon, my loves. Take care.